Hey, welcome back to another episode of Instagram Podcast. I'm your
Faster.
Now I got to start over. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Instagram Podcast. I'm your host Juan, and as always, my co-host here with me. Hey, Trip.
Hi.
How you doing, man?
Good.
You seem a little, I don't know, rushed.
Yeah, so Kingdom Hearts 3 just came out today, and I'm trying to play it right now, but you were like, I mean, it's my friend's birthday. I want to record tomorrow night. And then you just like texted me, I don't know, all through the weekend, and we're like, please, please. And then finally, me being the beautiful, charitable boy that I am, I said, okay, honey, I love you. Have fun. Be safe.
Is that really how you see the like?
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Okay. What did happen was, I said, hey, Trip, can we record on Tuesday? Because I've got to go to dinner for my friend's birthday thing. And you go, no, Kingdom Hearts coming out. I was like, fine. Yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. I was just going to go to dinner. Then you say, hey, man, the game's going to come a little bit later. I'm willing to record as long as it's right after work. You just got off work.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. So I went to dinner, and then I had drinks afterwards, and I got drunk and had a good time.
Nice.
And
Where'd you go to dinner?
I went to Big Hot Crab.
Whoa.
Have we talked about Big Hot Crab before?
I don't know if we talked about it on the show, but it's a great place because if you like tearing apart shellfish, you're going to go here. You're going to rip the head off of like a little shrimpy. You're going to slurp out all of its yum-yums.
Yeah, it's a brain goo. Anyways, it's just like a place that serves a bunch of like seafood in big old bags, and
man,
you eat with your hands, everything's on the table.
Man. And it's like cooked with potatoes and like
sausage.
They got good fries.
I go with the sausage, potatoes, shrimp, little crab clusters, and some corn, dog.
Hell yeah.
Oh man. When I went with four. There was the four of us. Three other guys were just like, do you guys all want to split? And I go, no. I want my own bag because I know exactly what I want, and I don't want to fucking share with you guys.
Yeah, no, fuck you guys.
And they're like,
I'm doing me.
Like, oh man, it's like, look, man, I know exactly how much I need to eat. And don't make it weird, you know, like, and they're like, fine, that's fine. I picked the right amount, ate it all, and I was super happy. And they're over there like scrimmaging to like, oh, do I get a muscle? I don't feel bad. I'm paying for my shit. Let me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
That being said, happy birthday, Jiro.
Oh, happy birthday, Jiro.
34.
Whoa.
Big ouch.
Woof.
Yeah. So, what do we talk about this week?
So this week we were talking about a movie that we decided to watch because Amazon recommended it because they knew that I liked The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. And they were like, bro, you ever seen Patema Inverted? And I was like, no, but I'm very intrigued. So and then I read about it, was even more intrigued, and we decided to watch that.
Yeah. I promise that we're going to watch the other option. What's it called?
Makia. Yeah.
We'll watch it. That's the next thing we're watching. Whenever it is, there is a next thing to watch.
Yeah.
Because
next week.
You're really upset.
Actually, next week, we're going to be reviewing Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm going to do a speed run live on the podcast.
Okay. It's going to take hours.
Well, it's going to take like 2 hours probably. I've optimized most of the run already.
He's in your head. You don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I'm so fucking excited. It's going to start out and it's be like, you remember all your friends? I'm like, yeah. And it's like, guess what? You're entangled, bitch.
Shit. Okay, man. Let's do this real quick. What have you been up to, man?
This past week, it's been like a really mellow, chill week. I haven't been doing a whole lot. Overall, I've been playing like some of The Witness. I've been like getting really into that. Watching some fucking garbage TV. I've been pretty fucking lazy. Nothing special.
And you finished Smash Bros. Though, yeah? Kinda? You didn't 100% it?
Well, here's the thing. It's hard to say that I finished Smash Bros. Because I've almost finished the Spirit Board thing. We've done every single fight except for at the end, it gives you the option of fight the dark path, fight the light path, or fight both. And it's like not super obvious that you do both, but like it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we did that one, finished that up. And then we have to do the last 2 fights because I thought it was just going to be like, all right, you did it, you're done. But instead it's like you could go and fight the left path or the right path still. And that gives you the bad endings.
Ooh.
Yeah. So anyways, we decided that we didn't want to do that because it was about 1 a.m. and doing the last fight was pretty rough.
For sure, man. Yeah. That's gnarly, but congratulations on almost being done with Smash Bros.
Dog, hell yeah.
Because you thought you were almost done a few times.
Yeah, well, just with the Spirit Board part, because I haven't even touched like any of the like personal character story things where you fight like 7 fights or something like that. Anyways, yeah, we thought that we were done the first time when we went and we fought the last boss, and we were like, hell yeah, we spent all this time, did all these things. We fucking did it, boys. We beat it, and I was like, guess what? Round 2, let's go.
Yeah.
And then we did the Dark World, and that took a hot minute. And by that, I mean it took like 2 play sessions or something. And then we got to the last boss again, and we were like, hell yeah, this is the actual last boss. Fuck you. And then we beat that, and it went to the last world, which is the world of light and darkness fighting each other. And then I don't really know what you were supposed to do or if it mattered at all. But as we were going, when you finish each fight, depending on the side, it'll show like the lands kind of shifting. So like you fought more dark fights, the light is going to take over. And you fight more light fights, the dark is going to take over. So it's a mix of both. It's kind of weird. So we had to balance the whole time. I don't know what happens if you don't do it.
If you just do one side more than the other.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like it could fuck stuff up. One thing, the last mode that I forgot to tell you about. When you get to the end, you play as Master Hand. Super cool. You kill 50 dudes. It's fun. You get to do all the special moves and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
Super fucking rad. Then you run away from the ground, essentially, and you're going higher and higher in the sky. You fight a bunch of enemies. The last 2 bosses are shooting at you the whole time. And then once you're done with that, you go into a boss rush mode. So then you have to fight all the bosses. So you fight Dracula, you fight Giga Bowser, you fight Rathalos, and Gallium, Marks.
What about the whatever fucking Ganondorf is when he's big?
Yep, and you fight Big Ganondorf. So it's all those 6. You do a boss rush with them. I think it's only those. And then after you're done with that, you have to fight the 2 big bads, which is Galeem and Darkon, and they fight each other the whole time. So all their attacks hurt each other, but like everything's going off nonstop. And there are some attacks that pretty much one-shot you if you get fucked up by them. So it's not super fun. It took us a long time. It was really frustrating. Kyle got super mad. He texted me today that he was still mad about it. And I'm like, dog, it's been like 16 hours.
Let it go. I mean, grow the fuck up, Kyle.
Yeah, man.
Well, that sounds super intense.
It was a blast. I loved it, honestly. Even though it was really hard, I haven't played a game like that in a long time. And I felt rewarded once I beat it.
Cool. Good for you, man. Congratulations.
That was rad. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you would say that. But yeah, man, I don't know. Things are hella chill at work. We just mad dog chilling. I went ahead and decided that because I've been mad dog chilling so fucking hard with all my boys, which pretty much just means me because it's essentially just me out there for most of the day. I decided that I'm going to get Made in Abyss and I'm going to read all of that at work.
Oh, yeah.
So I went ahead and got that. Haven't touched it yet other than, oh shit, I picked it up here. I'm going to go take it to work or whatever.
Yeah, I flipped through it and there's it looks to find the spots where I know fucked up shit happens.
Yeah, it looks more intense in the books.
It's fucking brutal.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if they cut any scenes or made things more intense. Like we know that, oh man, why am I forgetting her name? Ozai or something. I don't remember her name.
Oh, the white whistle chick.
Yeah. She has all these things covering her body that prolong her life and make her stronger and like crazy powerful or whatever. I think Ozai is the name of a Bungo character, actually. I don't know. I don't know shit. Anyways, I'm wondering if that's going to be more fucked up. Fucked up in the books.
Maybe.
I just don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm excited to see that. I went ahead and pre-ordered the next Promised Neverland book because that comes out on the 5th, which is next Tuesday, I think. So,
well, man, it's super cool. I mean, because you bought the 4 issues of 4 volumes of Made in Abyss.
The 4 that are out.
It's super cool. I didn't know.
In the United States.
Yeah, I didn't know that like by the 4th volume, like we're already out of the anime. I was like, fuck, that's a lot. That's so sudden,
I know.
So there's just so much more to read. So whenever that comes out, it's super cool. I know the movie's going to come out soon. I actually got an email. I want to tell you about it.
Ooh,
we got an email inviting us to the premiere of Made in Abyss in LA. I don't know if we're going to go.
And that was sent to yours?
It was sent to my personal email.
And this is the compilation.
Yeah, but I mean,
okay,
it's still pretty cool.
Well, we'll talk about the date on that pretty soon here. Yeah, because I have them all.
Cool. Well, we got an email saying,
"Oh, that's neat.
Hey, come through."
I could go.
Yeah, you should go.
I can go.
Go.
Why aren't you going?
It's during spring break, I think.
That's the perfect time to go.
I had to go to the Game Developers Conference. Because I already bought tickets for it.
Oh, you bought tickets for GDC and you didn't tell me?
Dude, how do you... you Game Developers Conference. How do you know about GDC?
I'm a huge goddamn nerd.
Since when?
Oh, my God.
Well, I'm going to network to see if I get some jobs in animation.
I figured.
Not to fucking play video games. Video games are fucking whack.
Didn't invite me at all. It's fine.
I'm just going to the expo, not the convention.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
Suck a dick. Anyways, why are you making this fucking weird? Like, I'm the bad guy.
Well, I'm just saying, like, out of the both of us, you seem more bad right now.
I'm the asshole.
You remember earlier when I was being a dick?
You were being a dick.
I was the bad guy.
You know?
Now, you didn't even tell me that you were going to go to this cool thing that I would have loved to go to.
Is it cool? Like, I mean, I guess
with my homegirl?
That's super funny.
With my goblina?
Oh, I'm your goblina now?
You didn't tell me shit, goblina.
What's super interesting is, like, I guess, like, you would know about this because you like video games.
Okay. Please like, comment, and subscribe and tell Juan he's a piece of shit for assuming that a nerd wouldn't know what GDC is.
I had no idea what it was. I didn't learn.
You're not a real nerd. You're a poser, bro.
I guess I'm not.
You're wearing a backwards hat. You're a fucking poser.
I'm a poser, but I'm sitting backwards in this chair, so.
Oh, that's pretty badass, though, actually. He might be a cool guy, guys. I don't know.
So what's crazy is, like, it makes sense for you to be super excited for this, and I'm just like going because it's a cool way to meet people, I guess, and maybe land a job.
Oh, you might meet a cute girl there.
But for the most part, I could give rat's ass about video games. I'm just not very into them. You know, I don't
know if you know this or not, but I've been waiting 12 goddamn years to play this game that I'm going to play tonight. Like right after this,
it's gonna be so bad.
I know it's some McDonald's. By the way, this episode is sponsored by McDonald's. Getting their new McFlurries for $12.99.
It's not. Well, fuck. Okay, let's talk about what Juan's doing.
I miss you.
I haven't seen you in a bit. Actually, we haven't seen each other in a bit, so we should talk.
Yeah.
Let's see. Some things have happened.
Yeah.
The first week of school's done.
Whoa. Okay. Tell me about each of your classes from start to finish for the whole episode. Let's go.
Okay, here we go. First one is programming, which is
neat.
I've never done programming before.
What kind of programming?
It's in Unity. So
Unity, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what specifically
that's
that is.
That's a game engine for everyone that's a fucking loser out there
like
and
me.
Doesn't know how cool game stuff is.
So I'm programming in that. I've learned how to make some, like, what are they called? Like scripts or whatever, and like if statements and stuff like that.
You were just like snapping. You're like, oh, I'm a fucking programmer now. Look at me.
Well, it's fun.
I love it.
It's great. It is. I mean, I am understanding it for the most part. The things I don't get is like there's a lot of, like, you need to put a colon here, or parentheses here, and like and I don't really know where they all belong.
Listen, man. The thing that'll fuck you, I'm sure you already know this, the thing that'll fuck you over with programming more than anything is missing those.
Missing a dot or something, or a period,
Yeah. It's so fucked up. You accidentally put, like, too many of one thing in the same line, and it just messes everything up, and you're like, I thought that it wouldn't have a fucking logic fault, but of course.
I'm working on this maze thing where this character ascends and descends over, like, walls and stuff. It wasn't working. It kept crashing Unity. He's like, what the fuck? And so I had to finally get someone to help me, and the teacher comes to me, he looks at all my lines of script, and he goes, yeah, these all look pretty good. And he goes like, oh, I see it. So
he just hits one button on the keyboard, right?
So the issue was I had this thing, and I had the number. It was like the number was 8, 9, and it was supposed to be 8. And he just changes it, and he goes, there it is. And I was like, what? He goes, because of like, yep, you just missed one number. I'm like this. I was like really kind of like, fuck this. This is such a tedious thing.
Here's the thing. You know me pretty well.
Yeah.
You know how much I like puzzle shit.
For sure.
Goddamn eat it up. So programming to me is like, it's like doing math and also like a new language combined, right?
Like, it is for sure like a language, yeah.
So when you're trying to figure something out, it takes you a lot of time, and you have to put all the puzzle pieces together and get all the right shit, and like, you know, everything that's there, and you know, like, oh, I'm smart enough, I know all these things. And then it doesn't work, and it doesn't work again, and it doesn't work again. And then it winds up being some kind of a typo that fucked you up.
Yeah, you spelled something wrong.
Or, you know, just like a little thing got messed up somewhere along the line. I found that it was far more tedious and frustrating than it was rewarding, because I never felt like, oh, I fucking did it. I always felt like, all right, so what did I miss?
Yeah.
Like, what tiny little thing did I miss? Yeah. Because it doesn't tell you right away, like, hey, man, did you mean to not put this here? That's literally every single line.
Except for this one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, I forgot a semicolon. Okay.
Oh, God. It's the worst feeling ever.
I fucking forgot it. Or then you're like, I forgot a parentheses or bracket or something. So then all of your different statements all bleed into each other, and it's fucked up. And you're like, God damn it. Like,
I misspelled ascend. And I was like, this shit's fucking broken. And they're looking through it. It's like, cool. That's supposed to be an S and not a C or whatever. Or a C and not an S. I go,
yeah.
Oh, well, and it fixes. I'm like, I get it. It's interesting. I respect it for what it is. I am being very patient with it.
I tried, like, that was my major.
Yeah. It's computer science, yeah.
Yeah. No, never again. I fucking hate it. People that do it, mad respect. Some people love it. I can't believe you can do that shit. And every time that like I watch Silicon Valley and I love it because I understand certain parts of it and I'm like, I've been there. I get these jokes because I've personally been there instead of just being like, oh yeah, it's like funny stuff. Computer shit. I kind of get that. Like I've seen some stuff. No, this is like I've been in it and it fucking sucks. So I feel for you and please come to me every week and be like, Chris, this is the fucked up shit that I'm dealing with right now.
I forgot to semicolon again. Okay, so what else is it? So then I got motion capture, which is fine. I got put in a group. It's not.
Do you have like a tiny room this time, or is it?
No, we got an actual like computer lab this time. So I'm super excited.
Hell yeah!
And the team that I'm with are people who I've never worked with before, but I know them, and they're not shitheads. So I'm super excited about that. And then
one of like a huge relief.
Oh, yeah. And especially because they were randomized groups or whatever. And then the girl who's like the TAing for the class is a really good friend of mine. So she's going to be able to help me whenever I need help. So I'm excited about that.
TA stands for Teacher's Assistant.
We also had to pick a name for our team. And I know the one guy that's in my team is a huge fan of Berserk. And I was like,
can I guess his name?
Sure.
Sean.
No, it's not Sean. But he's a huge fan of Berserk. He was telling me about it, and I was like, cool. And I don't really know much about the girl, but I know she also likes anime. So it's like, let's just be Team Guts. And so our team's name is just Guts. So whenever that's time for us to go in the mocap room, someone would be like, all right, Guts, you're up. I'm like, all right, cool.
And see, for me, I think of
the dog, right? From Kill la Kill.
No.
Isn't that what the dog's name, though?
Probably.
Yeah. What do you think of?
I think Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Got Guts. Yeah.
Yeah. Nickelodeon Guts.
You got him. Yeah. That's what other Kyle said too. Lesser Kyle, sorry.
Yeah.
When I said, oh, we're Team Guts, and he just said, he's like, oh, like the fucking TV shows. Like, no, like the fucking anime, you fucking loser.
Dude, let me put on Nickelodeon Games and Sports Channel, which is GAS, which is also a terrible name for a channel. And that's why it was only around for like a year.
That shit is gas, dog.
Throw on some Guts, you in it, boys.
Some gas and guts. Okay, so what else I got? I got the fucking script, mocap. I got a class where we're making a game production.
Okay.
We had to like apply for the job.
You were telling me about this. I kind of want to hear a little bit more.
We had to like, put our resume in and everything. And one of my good friends is leading the gold section. So it's like,
are we allowed to say his name?
His name is... He's going to bleep it out right here. No, his name's Josh. He's a friend of ours. We met him. You met him, right?
Uh-huh.
You hung out with him.
Yeah.
Cool guy. So he's...
Oh, dude, did you know? Just making sure. He's got a whole face.
What?
Yeah, most people I know, I can't see their whole face, but he has a whole face.
His whole face is there.
Crazy.
He's led things in the past, and he's a really good lead. So the guy who created the game from last semester graduated, so they asked him to take it on as a lead. Essentially, the game's essentially done. They're just doing some more polishing, adding a couple more levels, doing some new animations to it because the last team was a 4-man team and none of them were animators. So there is animations, they're just not very good.
Okay.
And
so need people to clean it up.
And they're adding a couple new mechanics. They're essentially making the game like more full or whatever. And they want to submit it to some like independent game thing that happens once a year or whatever, and hopefully win, which would be really cool.
What's the name of that one?
I don't know, but it's at GDC or whatever.
Okay. The thing, yeah. I've heard of GDC.
It's not just GDC. It'll be submitted for next GDC's competition thing. So
it's like an indie developer conference type thing.
Something like that, yeah, absolutely. So that's the goal. He picked me. I'm really happy he did.
After you had that heart to heart with him, he decided to go with you?
No, I was super stressed because like I thought originally he was just gonna be able to pick whoever he wanted, and that's kind of true. But then like he started like, oh, I want these people, and the instructors were just like, yeah, you can't have that. Like, no, you like they're like you're gonna want, like they were trying to put some influence, like you actually want to do this instead. And so they were only gonna give him one animator. And because Josh is my friend, so I walked Josh like, hey Josh, honestly, like I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm not the best animator in this room. The two best animators is that girl right there and that boy right there. If you want like the best people for the job, get them. But if you're going to help a homie out, you're going to pick me, And he ended up picking the girl who I recommended, and because it was between her and I.
Yeah.
And they were originally only giving him one animator, but then he talked to them and convinced them to give him two. So he picked me and this girl.
Hell yeah.
And the reason he justified it was because the other guy is a very good animator. but he doesn't do game animations. His demo reel was mostly cinematic stuff. And so my demo reel had a lot of game animations in it, and the girl is a really good animator, and her shit's game animation. So it's like, cool, we'll pick the both of you. So I'm super excited to be a part of that, and hopefully we could win something. Like it'd be great for the resume or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's. Oh,
I'm so excited to hear that. That's pretty cool.
What's great too is that like he wasn't allowed to tell anybody. Like at all, like he's like he couldn't tell anybody who he picked because he picked a bunch of people or whatever.
Yeah,
no, I think it's like 12 people in the team, including him, and so he had to be really quiet about it. And so I was like, in my head, I was like, well, if Josh picks me, he'd tell me because he's my boy, But he wasn't allowed to, so he didn't tell me anything for like a week. And I was just like, in my head, I was like, this fucking asshole didn't pick me.
I swear to your boy.
I swear to God,
I swear
to God, if he didn't fucking pick me, he's not invited to my wedding. I'm just like super mad. I was like, you know what? No, it's Josh's. Josh should make the best game he can make. But if he doesn't pick me, I'll fucking hate him. But he picked me.
Here's the thing, man. If it were me, I was in his position, I would tell you if I didn't pick you.
Oh yeah, no.
I would for sure keep it a secret and be like, surprise, idiot. Of course I picked you. I love you. And then we would kiss.
No, but he didn't tell anybody. So I was like, and I understand it. Like I get it. Like, you should make the best game possible. And hopefully I can be a part of making that game possible.
Man, I hope so too.
So yeah, so that's super fun. That's one of my classes. What else do I got? I got, senior portfolio. Essentially, I got to do whatever I want. I'm just going to do game animations just to keep building the portfolio.
That's good.
It's great because I'm not a game guy, but I can animate it. It's a hard set. In the case, this is the last class. This class really pissed me the fuck off.
Okay,
it's my 8 a.m. class on Fridays. It's 3 hours long. This is my video production. This is my production class. We're making an animation. We got a new guy teaching it.
What's his name?
His name is Daniel.
Ooh.
He seems nice. He's really like, he very honestly came up and said, look guys, I'm not an animator, but I am a producer of video games. I can produce something. I can help you guys produce this animation. But if you got any animation questions, don't fucking ask me. As opposed to the last guy from last semester was just bullshitting his way through stuff. It's like, dude, just fucking be honest. You're not.
I like people like that.
Oh yeah.
They just come forward and it's like, I'll try to help you out.
I'll do my best. And so he set up, he told us about the new workflow we're going to be working through, this, how it's going to work and everything. And we're all super excited. And then I look up at my, in my fucking Blackboard. You know what a Blackboard is, right?
Yeah.
So it's the portal for your school or whatever. And I have we already were randomized in a group. I was like, oh fuck, I wanted to pick my own group. As opposed to last semester, the guy goes, this table's a group, this table's a group. And I was like, what do we do? So I look at it. Luckily, I get, my boy Hotshot, who I wanted in my group. He's in my group. And then Christina, who is the girl who is the animator who's on my game production, also in my group. It's like, great. And some other guy who I don't know. But it's good because once they pointed out to me, I know I don't know him, but I know that he's not one of the people I don't want to work with. He's not
well, at least there's mystery instead of I fucking hate that guy.
And if he turns out being not being he's not annoying, which is good. If I knew he was an annoying dude, I'd be fuck this guy. But
annoying people are the worst, right, guys? I'm the annoying one in the group. Just in case you didn't realize our dynamic right here, I'm the annoying one.
Yeah, you're the annoying one, but you're also the bad boy. So
I am the bad boy of the group.
So
I'm a firecracker right now. It's lit.
Okay, so I was super excited. And then what ended up happening was a bunch of fucking idiots signed up for the wrong section of the class. So they signed up for the same class, but for the modeling side, but they're animators. So then in the middle of class, Frank, who is the modeler guy, comes up and goes hey, these are also your students. They signed up for the wrong section. So 10 people got out of the group, to the class, and Daniel goes, cool, I have to re-sign everybody's groups. And I'm like, what the fuck? And now I'm looking around and I'm counting all the people I don't want to be in groups with.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
There's legitimately 7 people. I was like, if I get fucking paired up with any of you guys, I'm going to fucking kill myself. This is not a fucking joke. They're horrible. And so then I talked to Daniel afterwards and I was like, look, couldn't you just make a group of the new people who came through? He goes, honestly, it's easier just to reshuffle the groups and it's the fairest way. And I go, in my head, I was like, well, look, man, you're the teacher. I'm not gonna be a crybaby about it. But I'm gonna be very honest with you. If I end up being with a shitty group of people, I'm gonna try really hard to be the lead on the animation because I would rather lead a bunch of shitty people than be led by a shitty person.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. So this Friday I gotta figure out where that ends up. But I remember being super fucking salty after figuring out that the dream team I had, it just got taken away from me.
I feel pretty bad right now.
It's okay.
Your story was really sad.
So
smash that motherfucking like button because Juan needs some fucking happiness. Do you ever look at how many people like episodes or care about anything?
Not really, but sometimes people comment.
Well, whenever people say things, I'm like, oh, hey, I reached somebody in the world.
I know people listen to it. They for sure download it, so good for them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so speaking of people who listen to this show, I met Mariah. Yeah, we went to the Bay. We had a great time, and then we went to the baby shower.
Yeah,
still had a great time. I shouldn't have stopped. I should have stopped. So I got because I don't want to keep you too long, but I give you a couple stories about this. So so I met Mariah. She was introduced to me by Matt, who's like the baby, the dad of the baby.
Shout outs to Mariah.
Shout out to Mariah.
Okay. Good.
What's funny is that, like, you know, she's introduced us, like, shook her hand. I talked to her for like, it was really brief, but I remember like looking at her and being like, you know what, like, she looks really normal. Like, she doesn't look like there's no cat ears. There's no, like, you know, there's no like bubblegum fucking bullshit on her shirt. Like, I was wearing a Mob Psycho shirt. Like, you know, like, she didn't look like an anime fan.
What day was this?
This was
Saturday or
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah, Saturday.
Okay, Saturday. I was wearing a Card Captor Sakura shirt.
Yeah, you see, like you know, like anyway. So she wasn't like none of the things like visually, like led to the idea that she likes anime.
Yeah, she's like fucking weirdo.
She looks like a normal person. Yeah, and I'm like, that's perfect. So I start talking to her. She still seems really normal. And then I go, so I'm like, so you listen to the show? And she goes like, yeah, I do. It's, you know, I'm like, oh, cool. It's super cool. But thank you so much. And I say, so you really like anime? And I fucking looked into her eyes and I saw it, dude. The
flames start crackling.
The madness, like, you know, like that like she was just like
full kakegurui. She was just like red ass.
She's like, yes, I do love like anime. And I was like, oh, and I was like, oh my god, this is our people. Like, this is for like, she for sure fucked with some hardcore anime. Like,
you see the reflection of 3 of the boys from Free in her eyes, and the other eyes you see like 5 dead children from like some other fucked up anime.
No, she like, I was like, I could just tell. I was like, yeah, she obviously likes anime.
Oh yeah,
awesome. And like meeting her, like her family, because like a lot of her family was there, was interesting. We had to play. Here's the one story I want to say. We had to play a bunch of like baby shower games and stuff.
Yeah.
The one game I was really wanting to win was this this pin game. So everybody gets like a closed pin, and you're not allowed to say baby, cross your arms, cross your legs. If you catch anybody doing that, you're allowed to take their pin, their closed pin. And the person with the most pins at the end of the night wins, right? So I was like, cool, I want to actively win this. So I'm going to try hard. So I took all of like people who were my immediate groups, so like Sierra, Nicole, and then her boyfriend, Cody. I was able to acquire theirs, but I was like, now I got to try harder and try to like meet other people. And I decided like the easiest way was just to like kind of just like stand next to them, be really quiet, and just kind of listen into people's conversations, you know. And then
just be a fucking creep.
But you know, like very subtly, not just like stare at them, but be you know, just hanging out, you know, minding my own business, because it was super crowded. There's so many people there. So the first pin I acquire, I'm in the kitchen. I get like myself some ceviche and like some chips. I'm like eating it. It's like, cool, I'm just gonna mind it. And I lean up like against like the island, I'm eating it, and I see these ladies with pins, and they're talking. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna fucking snag one of these fucking pins. And so the lady's talking, I'm just listening, and then I hear the word baby, and I go, oh, I kind of pop in. And I go, oh, hey, I need your pin. Like, I need to take that from you. And she goes, why? And I go, because you said the word we're not supposed to say. Yeah. And then she goes, what did I say? And I go, oh no, I'm not going to fall for that.
Yeah.
I was like, you said the word that starts with the B that we're not supposed to say because we're playing a game, but I'll take your pin. And she goes, what? I didn't say that. I was like, well, I heard you. So, you know, just give me your pin. And then she goes, what I said was, you have beautiful grandchildren. And my head is like, you fucking lying bitch. You said you got beautiful grandbabies. Like, you know, like I heard you say it. And I was like, you know, I mean, I heard you say it. Can I just get your pin or whatever? Like, you're making this hard enough to be. And then she starts going, well, whatever. Like, I don't even care. Whatever. This is like, it's just a stupid game. It doesn't matter. And I'm like, and I was like,
that's
cool.
Loser talk right there.
And I was like, cool. I obviously do care about this game. So just give me your pin. If it's whatever, then just hand it over. Like, if you don't fucking care, then give me the fucking pin, because I obviously fucking care, you know? And she's like, whatever. I'm like, okay. And I get it. And I'm like, whatever, it's fine. It's like,
and whatever indeed.
And I pin it on myself and I go, okay, I'll see you later. And so like I just go away. And then I'm getting more pins. I think I maybe had like 7 or 8 pins later. And I go back into like the kitchen to throw away some like trash. And she's standing there and she looks at me and she sees all my pins and she just goes, baby, 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 baby. And I go, okay. And like I throw away the trash and then I go back, sit down. I'm like, did that really fucking happen? I'm telling people about it. I'm just like, yo, this bitch really fucking cares. Like, grow the fuck up. And then I ended up saying baby like way late into the night. And like I said, I was talking to somebody and I was telling Sam, like, Sam, I was trying to tell her, like, this is your baby shower. You should do whatever. You get to do whatever you want. And I go, Sam, this is your baby. And I go, And everybody just stops and looks at me, and I go, nope. I stand up, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm leaving, and I just walk away. And then Nicole takes all my pins, and it was a lost cause. Somebody else won with like 19 pins, and they were cheating, so it's whatever. I did end up winning something. I guessed how big her stomach was.
How big is it?
It was about this big because I hugged her so I could measure.
Good job.
Someone said I cheated, and I was like, fuck you, I didn't cheat. I just love Sam. You didn't hug Sam? That's on you.
Should have hugged Sam. That was a shitty move to not hug Sam.
Yeah, man. So that was about it. While I was in SF, I also went to the Walt Disney Family Museum.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah. You learned something.
It was just really, there's a lot of really cool stuff. It started off, it kind of looked kind of dinky at first.
Honestly, yeah, it does.
Have you been to it?
It's cool.
And like it started off really dinky, and then by the time I got to like the second floor, I was like, yo, they put a fucking lot of work into this.
Yeah.
And
they made it look that way on purpose.
And they get to the last fucking floor, like the last section of it, I was like, dude, this is like the fucking future. Like there's just like holograms on the fucking walls. Like, what the fuck? Where am I? It was gorgeous. It was a great time. My favorite part was probably like seeing like the paint and stuff. And I really like sitting. There's a bench to sit on, and I was like, this is where fucking Walt Disney used to sit when he would take his kids to the carousel. They donated to the fucking bench. Like, yeah, my butt was on his butt.
Hell yeah.
You know.
Did you see his ghost?
No,
I did.
You saw his ghost?
Yeah. Yeah, I was playing The Witness, and then the ghost of Walt Disney comes in, smoking a cigarette, and he's just like, go up that hill. You'll appreciate it.
He goes like, I'm going to start playing Kingdom Hearts, see?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I did that. What else did I do that's super cool? I mean, I went on the fucking pier, you know? That was fun. But yeah, it was a good time. Had fun. Had a good time with Sierra and a couple friends.
Tell me about that anime.
You want to know what I did for anime? Okay, so anime, I didn't watch any of the shows because Sierra and I have been really bad about it.
Wow, 2 weeks.
But I did watch anime. I watched a lot of anime, actually.
Oh, no.
I watched the 3 movies on Netflix that are Berserk. The Berserk arcs or whatever. Watched them all. They're like, all of them are like an hour and a half long. So they're great. Good time. It essentially retells the entire series. And then the last one tells a little bit more than the actual, like, they show more than where the anime ends. In the end of the original anime, there's this horrible, like, fucking thing where, like, all these demons start killing people. And it ends with the, like, really iconic cutscene of, like, Guts being, like, fighting his way through demons. And that's just where it ends, you know? In the anime, it also happens. And in the anime movie, it happens too. But then I get to see how Guts gets out of the fucking hellhole.
How's Guts gonna get out of this one?
Yeah, because I know he does. Because because of the new fucking series that has ruined everything.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. I think it's like it holds up. It looks good. There's parts of it that I didn't like. Some of the like animations, like there's like the 3D stuff. But I would for sure watch this 100 times over watching the new one, which is just all 3D and it looks like fucking shit. I still really like the original one. This one was rated MA, so there's like nudity and like boobies and a lot of fucking blood.
Guess what? Nudity and boobies count as the same thing.
Pubis, dog. There's pubes. A lot of pubes.
Yeah.
What else is there? Fucking violent stuff. So much. Yeah. It was good though. I enjoyed it a lot. For a fan of like Berserk and like whatnot, like
neato.
I think it's worth a watch. If you don't want to watch the original one, watch this. It's pretty good. What else is there?
I don't know.
I think that's all I did anime wise, honestly. Oh, I watched some more Yu Yu Hakusho.
Good.
I'm on episode like 29 or some shit like that. I have not watched Eureka 7. I'm sorry. It's your turn. What have you watched for anime?
I've watched a lot. You don't want to hear about it, though. It's not interesting.
Cool. Let's keep pushing then.
All right, cool. So anyways, I've been watching some Shirobako because I never wound up watching it. And I'm still, I just suck. I'm the fucking worst when it comes to anything. So I'm watching some Shirobako. It's tasty. It's fucking good. I'm into that. And then keeping up with the rest of anime. So Dororo, really good. I am just having a fun ass time with it. It's pretty cool getting to see different backstories and whatnot. So we got to learn about how he got his prosthetics and whatnot, and we get to see kind of the story arc of the person that gave him the prosthetics. And it was really cool, really interesting backstory behind all of it. So that was a solid ass episode. And then let's go into just slime. You know?
Yeah.
They introduced a new character who's a demon lord.
Okay.
And she's
the demon lord from that show. How to Summon a Demon Lord?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's this little girl, and she is not wearing like any clothes, and it's like it's pretty. Why is this happening? It just feels very out of place.
Really?
Like for a demon lord to be not wearing any clothes, and she's like 10 years old. Yeah, no, a little bit weird. Not really into that. But we got some cool little stuff going on, and then it's turned into a different kind of show because of this. So it's a little bit more like, all right, well, where do we go from here? Because a lot of shit's going to be, kind of coming at us, and we thought we had a good thing going on, but I don't know. Now that this demon lord's here, shit's all fucked. And it's pretty cool seeing that she's 10 times as powerful as Slime is. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
10 times as
10
powerful.
times as powerful.
That's like a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's like super fucking powerful.
One of the Onis actually tries to attack her with another one and does like nothing. She's like, cool, thanks. Well, I'm going to kill all of you.
Oh, fuck.
It's great. And apparently she's going to start wearing some clothes again. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Big yawn.
For sure, sorry.
Boring, I know. You don't like little girls. It's fine, I understand.
Yeah.
Speaking of little girls, The Promised Neverland, awesome. Just fucking great. They have the second character, the second mom, the mom's assistant in this episode. And it focuses a little bit more on her and kind of how things are going to progress with the plans the kids are making. So they're finding out a little bit more. They're doing a little bit more. They're putting everything together. And I think that this was a pretty good episode. That it's still a little bit more calm, but there were some terrifying images of what's her face? I can't remember her name, but sister, whatever her name is. She's great. Doing a great job with all the characters in the show. One thing that I have a pretty big complaint about is how difficult it is to understand a certain part. They made it seem like this thing is actually happening, where it shows a demon and he's like having a little conversation, like a little monologue type thing. And in the books, it's a lot more as like, well, this might be happening. We don't really know. This might be the kid's imagination. This might just
and there's no
be a little
dialogue,
snippet
right?
of like maybe this is the world. Yeah. So it's very different in the book compared to the show, just because
Why would they do that? Why would
they have some interesting images that I didn't know how they were going to work it into the show, other than having like hey, this is the halfway point of the episode. Like, we're going to show you a little slide, then it goes into another one. But it's not doing that. So I don't know. I'm interested to see how they're going to address that. But I did not really like that little clip. And Kyle, watching it, said he really didn't like it. And he was the one that brought it up. And I'm like, don't worry, man. It's like, we'll see how they deal with stuff, but like, don't worry about that, because he just wants the demons to be more and more of a mystery. But this made it seem like you know more about what's going on, even though it doesn't tell you anything. You kind of see parts of their culture, and you know more about them. Like
you learn more about the demons than that the actual characters would.
Yeah,
as opposed to in the manga, where it's like it's just these images and there's no dialogue or words. So you're just like, what was that? Who knows?
Yeah. So I wasn't a big fan of that. And then we've got Mob Psycho, still good. We haven't gotten to like any plot points yet, really. But
that's the way Mob Psycho does.
Yep. We finally got to see his brother.
Brother Psycho.
Yeah, so what was happening is he was being kind of bullied. And then his train, I don't remember what they're called. The workout team.
Oh, what's the Body Improvement Club.
Body Improvement Club. Thank you so much. I don't know why I can't remember anything right now. Probably because I'm only thinking about Kingdom Hearts.
You're
Anyways,
so gross.
I know. It's been 12 years, man. Finally, we're here. So they come and they help him out when he's being bullied. And they're like, hey, man, fuck off. And then afterwards, they're like, hey, Mob, next time you take care of it yourself. All right, later, dude. And then guy's still being an asshole. So his brother comes up and starts like choking him with his tie that he has around his neck. He's using his telekinetic powers. He's like, oh, hey, what's up, brother? Don't worry about it. You can be nice or whatever. Dimple possesses a guy, makes him like take off all of his clothes and start dancing around all goofy. So it's cool seeing all these different characters interact. And yeah, I'm excited to see what else is going to happen in the show. But it's been a lot of fun so far. And then Indro, I am loving Indro. A little thing where they get assigned quests, but they're not like real quests. They have to go out and do these like practical exam type things. And they have to go and find a cat. So they find a cat. They come back. They're like, all right, let's get a good quest because all these other people got good quests. And then they get another one to find a cat. So they're like, hey, dude, like, can we possibly have a second quest today? Because we were pretty good at finding a cat yesterday. So we think we could wrap up too. They get another one. It's to find a cat. And they're like, okay. It cuts. And they're like, I can't believe we got 5 find a cat quests in a row. And then they turn all the cats in. They're good to go. The next day, they come back for another quest, and they're like, okay, we're fucking ready. You got your catnip spell. I got this for that. I got that for that. And they're all like ready to catch cats. And they finally get a quest. It's like, hey, go and get this moss from the skull cave. And they're like, oh, fuck. Okay, well, we're doing that. Cool. Awesome. Let's do an actual quest. And then as soon as they leave, they get sidetracked because there's a girl crying because she lost her cat. So they go and they're going to get it. And then they have to fight through a dungeon in order to get it, like tiered fight these monsters through the tower type thing.
Sounds like a bullshit side quest to me to like.
Oh, yeah. Stupid bullshit. Fucking side quest is bullshit. I hate
with the fucking pyramids. Fuck.
Anyways, we're making fun of an old friend. It's all good.
He is old.
He said. So anyways, they go in, they find the cat, they like fight through a couple of things. Goofy stuff happens. It's fun. They come back, forgot that they had to do the actual quest because they got distracted with the side quest. End of episode. It was fun. It was charming. It was a little good time. I'm really into the color palettes and whatnot. It's fucking awesome. And I feel like there's probably another show that I'm watching, but I'm just not remembering what it is right now. But honestly, all of anime has been fucking great this season that I've decided to watch. There's nothing where I'm like, I don't really know about this. Like, I'm looking forward to the new episode of whatever it is that I'm watching. Mm-hmm. It's been awesome. So yeah, anime is pretty good with me, dude.
Sounds like you're all about it, Doug.
I'm all about it all the time, 24/7.
Let's get into the news.
Fine. Okay, so for the news, I don't have a whole lot, but I have some things that you're going to like. First off, Junji Ito is going to be a featured guest at the Crunchyroll Expo in 2019, this year. You don't care? You don't have anything to say about that?
Do you know what this is?
You don't know who Junji Ito is?
Junji Ito. Is that... Should I know who this is?
Yes, you absolutely should. There was a show with his name in it.
Oh, this is the homie that does all those fucking horror things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching some of those. I think I watched all of them, actually. This is fucking gross.
Yeah. So... The show was not that good. They didn't have great animation.
I didn't like the style that I didn't like. The animation didn't like. Wait, hold on. His name is Junji Ito?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I just thought that's what his collection was called. I guess the Junji Ito collection makes sense because it's his collection. Like, well, now I feel stupid. Cool, no, that guy makes some fucking scary shit.
So he's coming to Crunchyroll Expo. I'm super excited about that. Yeah. Hopefully we get to go this year instead of me like destroying my foot or whatever happened last time.
Oh yeah, you got fucked.
Okay. Yeah, I was super mad. I'm like, I can't walk. It's terrible. So anyways, that's pretty rad. Next up. There's a show that's coming out. PA Works is working on a new TV anime called Fairy Gone. Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay, so fairies possess different kinds of creatures in the forest and whatnot, and it turns them into like crazy powerful creatures. It looks rad as fuck. Like if they stick with the style, it's going to be intense looking. The beasts are pretty brutal. The name Fairy Gone is pretty weird, but I'm excited to see what's going on. I think it comes out in April.
Nice. And I know PA Works. They're on the level, dog.
What do they make?
Fuck, why do you do this to me?
Because you tote that shit.
I think P8 Works. Don't they make, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
No.
Fuck. It's P8 Works make,
I'll give you a hint.
Okay, good.
I'm watching one of their shows.
Oh. That time I got reincarnated as slime.
No. That's 8-bit, I'm pretty sure.
Fuck, you're watching one of their shows. They do Dordoro.
No,
I got this. Okay. They do Enbro.
No.
Okay, I got this. They do Boogie Pop and others.
Oh, that's another one that I was talking about. No, that's Madhouse.
Okay, I got this. Hold on, I got this.
That show's pretty good. It's like more episodic than I expected it to be, so I'm not as into it because of that, but I'm still enjoying it.
They do I don't fucking give it. They do did they do the anime about making anime?
Yes.
Got it. Nailed it.
Shirobako, the one that I said that I was watching.
Fucking nailed it. I like that show.
Yeah. So PA Works. This is going to be a pretty good show from what I can tell based off of the minimal things that I know about it. It's going to be great. I love it. It's my favorite show of April. Speaking of favorite things, You can now purchase The Night is Short Walk On Girl Blu-ray.
I don't have a Blu-ray player.
Well, you can buy it fucking digital. Go fuck yourself. Who cares?
That shit's fucking fire.
Yeah.
I've seen that. We watched it in theaters? Recently, right?
Yeah.
So good.
It was really good. Fuck. It's a good ass movie.
I really like that movie.
So anybody that's been wanting to see it but just hasn't been able to for whatever reason,
go check it out.
The Night is Short Walk On Girl, you can now buy it. Go ahead and do that. Blu-ray and DVD combo, you can buy that shit. It's great.
It's got some dope ass animation, really funny.
It looks amazing. It's by the guy who did Ping Pong the Animation, Devilman, Crybaby,
Tatami Galaxy.
Yeah, he's done some fucking awesome stuff. This is very Tatami Galaxy of him.
Very fucking dope.
It's so good. So, you like movies, huh?
Yes.
You like movies, you little fucker, right?
Yes, I do. Yes, sir.
All right. I don't know if you know this or not, but Made in Abyss's compilation film is going to have a U.S. premiere of March 15th, 20th, and 25th.
I am aware of this, yes.
How did you know?
I got an email.
From who?
Some chick named something Cruz. I don't know. It's super weird because
and it's always to your email. It's not to Instant Ramen.
It's not to Instant Ramen. So maybe it's like from the the fucking, because I had to put my personal email when we signed up for Anime Expo last year, and I remember getting something from somebody, and I was invited.
They were like, "Hey, you want to go see some magic?"
No, that wasn't that one. It was the one that goes, "Fuck that guy." It was the one. You want
to go see some Super Dragon Ball Broly?
Yeah, that was that one. I was like, "Huh, no, thank you. I appreciate it." But now they sent me this one. I was like, "I actually do want to see this one."
Made in Abyss? Oh no, you're going to GDC? Why don't you just swing on by?
It's not even the same place. You're already going
to be in Las Vegas.
It's GDC's in the Bay, and this show.
Oh, it's going to be in the Bay this year. Okay,
this show is in it's in LA. So I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool. It just, they don't really work out. Anyways, this is great. I'm super excited to see this. The compilation should be fun, and then they're eventually going to release the one that's a continuation.
Yeah,
that's what I'm really waiting for.
Oh yeah.
If we get an invitation to that.
We're fucking
going.
We
going, boy.
Hey, speaking of movies,
what up?
You fucking like movies, you little bitch?
Yes.
You stupid piece of shit. You love anime movies, don't you?
Yes.
All right. Well, time to get nice and dumb because the Silent Voice Blu-ray is going to release on April 2nd.
Oh my god.
Finally, a U.S. release date. We've been waiting for this shit for goddamn forever.
Super cool. Don't have a Blu-ray. Still should buy it though.
Yes.
But no, this is
Support
actually
your anime industries.
Yesterday they also did a dubbed version of in the movie theaters, and then tomorrow, 2 days.
Pretty sure yesterday they did a subbed version, but that was 2 days ago from the episode that's happening right now.
Anyways, I'm gonna do this again because you're a fucking asshole. So Monday they did the dub, and then Thursday they're doing the subbed, and we're gonna go watch it.
Okay, first off, you mixed them up, and no, we're not.
I'm watching it on Thursday.
Oh, you are.
Are you not going?
No.
Fuck you. Yes, you are.
No, why would I go?
You're a piece of shit. You didn't even get to see it the first time in theaters.
I don't care. Kingdom Hearts is out. If it came out last week, I would go. In a heartbeat.
You can't spare 2 hours to watch the bomb-ass movie.
You could look at me all you want to look. You're looking at me wrong, though, because Kingdom Hearts fans out there, they know. I've seen that movie. It's a great movie. It's a fucking amazing movie. But is it better than Kingdom Hearts?
Yes.
I doubt it.
Absolutely.
I fucking doubt
Without a doubt.
Without
a doubt.
A big doubt.
Without a doubt.
Big fucking doubt on that.
If Kingdom Hearts were to sponsor us, I would say, nope, we don't want it.
You're an idiot.
Nope, we don't need that money. We need that Silent Voice money.
Go to heck.
Fuck you.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what you get.
I gotta fuck you and you go to heck.
Yeah. You got any more?
No, not anymore.
Okay, cool. So can we get to the topic?
Yeah, so we're going to watch Patema Inverted. All right, play the clip.
All right, it's done.
All right, cool. So it's made by the Studio Rikka, who's made Time of Eve, and Purple Cow Studio Japan, who made Yozakura Quartet, Hoshi no Umi, which is everyone's two favorite movies. Also, the director of it, Yoshiura Yasuhiro, he made Pale Cocoon and Time of Eve. He also made this.
I don't think I've ever seen any of those.
Yeah, no, me either. This is all some mystery shit to me.
I for sure never heard of Purple Elephant or whatever studios.
Cow,
Purple,
my bro.
Have you ever heard of Purple Cow Studios?
Hell yeah.
No, you fucking haven't.
Nah. But it does make me think of that chocolate brand. Milka, I'm pretty sure, right?
I guess.
Yeah, it's purple and then it has a cow on it.
Have you had it?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's all right.
All right, cool. So kind of
Not
like
a huge chocolate guy, my man.
kind of like this fucking. It's all right.
It's all right. It's fine. So we're going to talk about an all right, fine movie. So Patema Inverted, it has a really interesting plot.
Yeah.
Like super fucking cool concepts.
Yeah.
Weird animation.
Yeah, and just so people know, you can watch it on Crunchyroll. That's where we saw it.
You can watch it on Crunchyroll. It's free.
We thought we'd have to watch it on Prime.
I was for sure ready to throw down $100 just so I could watch this stupid thing.
But yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. It's subbed. It's an hour 30, hour 40, something like that.
Minutes?
Yeah, no, it's an hour and 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, or an hour and 40 minutes, something like that.
I thought you were saying it's an hour and 30 hours.
No? That's too much.
Okay.
But yeah, it was, what was it? Do you like a girl who leapt through time? Right?
That's what they said. They were like, do you? And I was like, yeah, fuck
bitch.
Yeah. And they were like, well, check this fucking shit out. And I was like,
I get it.
So I like the girl who leapt through time.
Yeah, if I had to do a poll
I would love
again,
to reiterate
would
that.
it be like, hey man, do you like a girl who leapt through time? Yes, I still like that one. Do you like this one? I mean, I still like the girl who leapt through time.
Like, really important that I know that I do like the girl who leapt through time. Just don't want you to forget that. So Patema Inverted, it starts out and it's about this girl and she's kind of spelunking. She's in some kind of a cool little like city. It's all underground. So everyone's got different lights and headgear and suits and whatnot. She gets home from spelunking in some kind of a danger zone that people aren't allowed. I think it's called a forbidden zone.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. So she gets home. There are a couple of old men. They're like, hey man, well, one of them's old. The other one's younger. They're like, what the fuck were you doing? You were in the forbidden zone, weren't you? And she's like, well, I mean, only like a little. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. And they never say why it's bad.
It's just forbidden, yeah.
Yeah, it's just forbidden. And there were some like sparkly things in the air. It just looked like dust. And them being like, you were in the forbidden zone. I see this dust on your mask.
They also kind of, I guess, in this culture, they scare kids away with the story of like these bat people, right? And so like, yeah, you can't go in the forbidden zones where the bat people are and they'll steal you and eat your soul or some bullshit like that, you know? And she's just like, I'm not a fucking child. You're not gonna fucking talk to me like a child. Yeah. I'm gonna do what I want, is what she said.
Because my dad, he went into the forbidden zone and he went into the cool place.
It wasn't her dad. That was just her friend.
I know that, but like pretty much dad age.
Technically, he was the son of the old guy. That was that's the relationship. He's just a homeboy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
pretty much a dad though.
Shut the fuck up. It wasn't a dad. Why do you keep saying it?
Okay, well, because here's the thing. It would have been better if it was a dad.
Yeah, absolutely. But
there were so many things that would have been better if.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. This movie was fine. It was serviceable.
Hell yeah.
It could have been way fucking better.
Oh my gosh, yes.
First of all, the animation was like ugly.
Well, there were parts where I'm like, and there were parts where I was like, wait, hang on, what are they doing? Yeah, like, slow the fucking roll.
Like, the character designs were really weird. What it really came down to also was like, I really liked all the backgrounds. Like the backgrounds for when they were in the upside down world or the like right side up world, like it looked really pretty. And then they just put these kind of shitty characters in it, and I was like, why do people look like this? You know, they didn't look all that realistic at points. They had really weird hairstyles, you know. Fucking you were huge disliking, like you hugely disliked people's fucking hairs in this thing.
Well, it turns out that hair's pretty important to me, because it starts out and I'm like, okay, whatever, she's got some like Eureka 7 ass hair. It doesn't look that good, but it's fine, whatever. And then old guy with a mohawk, neat. Kind of into that. Oh, guy with just normal ass hair. I'm feeling this. This is all pretty normal. This is all fine. And then we get into our next plot point where she sees a bat person.
Yeah, so there's like a guy who's like decked out in like all black. He's got a fucking mask on and he's like hanging from the fucking ceiling. And he just looks terrifying. That's probably why they call him bat people.
Yeah, because they're on the ceiling. And he's like trying to fucking tase her and get her. She somehow manages to not get tased, and she like runs off. She's like, whoa, that shit's fucked up. Bad people are real. She decides to kind of explore a little bit further. So she's going to where the bat person was, because she's a fucking psychopath and she's into that shit, whatever. And she's climbing up, she's climbing around or whatever. She then drops her backpack and it just fucking plummets. So it gets caught on something. She's like, oh, fuck yeah, it's caught. So she's trying to climb up and get it. And climb down and get it.
It's so confusing.
Yeah, this is the part where it gets confusing. So she's climbing down and she's trying to get her backpack. Well, there's a boy who's hanging out on a hill who's seeing all this happen. And this is out in the daylight. And she's never seen this before because she's always been underground. Well, the boy's hair looks like a fucking dumpster fire. Like, goddamn. It's just like some normal ass brown hair. You know, it's got a little bit of style to it. Well, for some reason, they decided to make it look gross as fuck whenever it like moved with the wind. And it had this disgusting shine. It looks like somebody spit in his hair. I was not feeling
That's
it.
what it's like. I was busy looking at other parts of the animation when this happened, but it was so bad it literally took you out of it. You're just like, ew, what the fuck? And I'm like, what happened? Like, what did I miss? And you're like, his fucking hair. Didn't you see it?
I was so mad.
Yeah, it was not the best looking hair. So she ends up climbing down to pick up her backpack.
Yeah, and he sees her climbing down, but she's like climbing down like upside, like it looks like she's climbing up, but she's upside down. So she's climbing down to get her backpack off of a fence that he's sitting next to, and he stands up and they're looking at each other and they're flip-flopped.
Yeah, so he's right side up, she's upside down, and then they're like,
so his ground is her ceiling and her ground is his sky.
Yeah, so
she's in a very harrowing situation. And he's like just looking at her like, I'm not gonna help anything because I'm a fucking idiot.
He is hella dumb. He eventually goes like, hey, you're weird or whatever. He goes like, are you one of those inverted people? And
he's like, bitch, you fucking knew about this?
You know what she is.
Goddamn time?
Yeah. And so she grabs a hold of him because she starts falling into the sky, right? And she has her backpack on, which is why he gets pulled up. Like, she's heavier than he is. So like they start floating, and like it was pretty terrifying. They got way up there, you know?
Yeah.
And then he is like having the fucking time of his life. He's just like
looking
God.
out like it doesn't even look like he's having the time of his life though. He's just kind of like looking around like a fucking dolt.
But he's just like
blank faced, like kind of a stupid grin on his face, like he just had like a really good fart or something.
But he's like he's flying in his mind, and she is falling to her death, and she is fucking terrified. It's just like what a fucking dick, you know? She drops her backpack, the weight balances out more or less, and they start floating safely, Steven Universe style, back to the ground.
And then he's still just like, whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy. So then they do this really dumb, like it looks like a handstand kind of thing. They hold each other's hands and they just walk together.
Yeah.
And he takes her to like this little shed or whatever. And I thought that was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
That would make a cool mechanic for a video game. I don't know what the video game is, but that'd be fun. And I was like, that's one thing I liked about the fucking movie. I was like, that's interesting. This whole idea of there's people who are upside down, people who are right side up. It's fucking weird, right?
Yeah, it'd be a really confusing puzzle platformer, but yeah, it would be pretty cool. So a lot of this is like, oh man, but their visions of everything are fucked up. Like her ground is his roof, so she's just hanging out on the roof, and then he's just like, what's your problem, man? Why are you acting weird? She's like, because I'm on your fucking roof.
Dog.
And there's none of the shit that I want here. All of it's on the ceiling for me.
Yeah.
He's like, well, why don't you just like, I fucking hate this.
And then
kid.
he's just like, he's like, well, you're on the fucking ceiling for me. Like, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Look, and like, he's like, no, I understand. He's like, bitch, you don't fucking understand. I did like one thing though. Anything she had, like her clothes and stuff, would stick to the ceiling with her. Anything he had would stick to the ground, obviously.
Yeah.
And then he gave her like a piece of food or something, and she bit into it and instantly fell. I was like, oh, cool. So now there's this rule. It was really simply introduced that like, hey, anything that she has has the same sort of gravitational pull of her, and he has his gravitational pull.
So he lives in some kind of a weird dystopian future type thing where everyone chills on this giant conveyor belt to get to school, and it's like one giant ass school and a totalitarian style government.
With this
fucked up.
With this very strange religion of being like a good person.
Yeah.
And like they have like this very like ominous painting on the wall that it says like, fucking people who are sinners fall into the sky, and like this just really gross looking thing. And the homie's like he's like a dreamer essentially, so he looks out the window a lot, and they somehow have the ability to turn off the window. He's just like, and he gets points taken away from him. He's a shit student because he's, I guess, not buying into all this fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
His dad also, people keep talking about his dad and some shit, and we find out later that his dad was like wanting to fly and was a scientist or whatever, and something happened to him. He fucking got killed or whatever.
Yeah, he got super fucking killed.
So the story continues, and they become friends or whatever. They try to talk about stuff, and she becomes a little more okay with like looking at the sky, which is her fucking doom. Yeah. There's stars and stuff. Things are doing pretty good. And he's super stoked because he wants her to make her fly again or some shit like that. And he's just
he's just obsessed with that feeling of like just hopping and gliding and flying. Which
seems super selfish. He's just like, yo, she just wants to fucking go home. Take this bitch home.
Right.
Apparently, I think like the big bads find out that she's there.
Yeah, shit hits the fan real quick.
Yeah, and so they do this dumb thing that would make a good game mechanic. Like they hold on to each other and they run, and like she'll jump and he'll jump and they glide and stuff.
Yeah,
and
they're hopping like motherfuckers.
Looks really cool. I thought that was the best part of the movie when they're like, doing this dumb jump stuff.
The parts where they were holding onto each other were definitely the coolest parts of the movie.
It was most stressful. I was like, oh my god, if someone lets go, like I'd be so scared.
Dude, you get sweaty hands. You done.
Fuck that. Yeah. So they get caught with this really dope ass net gun. Like they get shot. Fucking.
Like turbo
flying,
shot.
Yeah. Like it was a crazy shot. And like the girl, like I guess the net gun also has like weights to it, so it's holding her down or whatever. So he gets,
which also this looked really cool. So her arms are like hanging out. It's like if she was in a hammock or something.
Yeah. But she was like it was really cool. Yeah. So he gets scolded at school and gets told not to look into it anymore and just let everything be what it is. Like they threatened to break his arms and shit like that. Because he's asking for this girl or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we see that like this fucking evil fucking dude who's like the most imagine like the most like generic evil dude ever. He's got like these big old bug eyes. He never fucking blinks. He does like the yes, excellent thing, like puts his fingers together. He's like unstable. He's just a bad guy.
Yeah.
He like has her like in his some sort of office. He has like a weight that's like keeping her grounded, right?
Yeah.
And then he like grabs her and like by the arm or something and like pulls her outside through the door, like holds her to be like, I'll fucking drop you, which is like really like traumatic.
It's super evil.
He's like, I could let go and just be fucking gone forever. So
you have to trust me.
Yeah, pick me. For what? Why are you such a creeper?
Oh my god, I hate it.
So any fucking comfortability that she's gotten with this idea that hey, things are reversed or whatever, very instantly get taken away from her. She's now scared of this guy again, rightfully so, So
all the things that they're really lacking in this are they don't have strong characters really.
Yeah, they got shitty dialogue too.
Shitty dialogue. But the main thing that they're missing is motivation for anyone.
Oh yeah, everybody's just fucking
like the person who's the most motivated, I think, are the people that are trying to get Patema back, the girl.
Yeah.
The boy because he wants to float,
which is like selfish.
Yeah. And honestly, those are the only two drives. Patema just kind of wants to explore for the sake of exploring. And then she's like, I just don't want to be here anymore because it's super scary. And like, that makes sense. Yeah. Sure, whatever. But still like weak drives on all fronts there. And then for bad guy, he's like, I want her here because there's some kind of an experiment I'll never tell anyone about for some reason. And we're not actually going to go into detail and it's dumb.
And I'm evil as fuck for some reason.
Yeah.
So then what happens? Like, I guess
I just kind of want to speed this up at some parts. So essentially, because she's missing, everyone that's underground, all the inverted people, want to go above ground and try to find her and get her back. So they're trying to do that. They meet up with the boy. The boy's trying to help out as much as possible. They do some covert operations to try and get her. Which is
kind of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And they were like sneaking around this giant building, avoiding all the cameras, doing some goofy ass movements in order to dodge everything. It was great. They were doing a great job with that.
The movie was actually like a good movie.
Oh, yeah. For this little stealth part, for sure. And then eventually they get there and they're going to save her or whatever. And she decides, you know what, man, if they're going to kill this kid that's trying to save me, then I'm going to do what I can and I'll attack him and then I'll fly off into the sky.
Yeah. So she has a big weight on her now, right? So she pushes off, she frees herself and she like grabs the kid because he's like on like they're on the building or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're going to like shoot him.
The kid goes and grabs her.
Well, yeah, they run towards each other or whatever and they just fucking fall, like just fall into the sky, which is
and they're fucking plummeting
again
too.
Terrifying. And then they wake up and they're like because they were passed out, and I guess the way they justified it was like her arms were looped through his pants or something, like her pants belts like were held onto him,
whatever. Yeah.
And they fucking scary as fuck. And this is the bit where you and I started like making jokes like she's probably gonna fall. They were like she'll probably fall and she'll land like on another world or whatever. Like
she'll land on the other side of the planet,
or whatever. And then they fucking land on something. They hit something, and it turns out like the sky is kind of like fake. At first, we don't know what it is. It just kind of like everything looks like it's made of metal. There's dots, and like she's like, I guess these are the stars. And then they just happen by happenstance to find the kid's dad's like ship that he built to like learn how to fly. And then there happens to also be like his notebook, and it just tells. It's like a tell-all. It has like everything in it. Again, we find out that the dude from earlier in the show who was like who was with Patema's friend or whatever, also met his dad, and they decided to work together because his dad had one dream, it was to fly, and the other guy had a dream was to bring both worlds together, like the inverted world and the like fucking ground world or whatever together. And so the higher ups didn't have that, so they killed him, and it looks like they caught this dude or whatever, and it's just like it's a big old sad fest.
Yeah, and by the way that everything got all shitty, flippy, upside downy is because there were a bunch of people that were trying to fuck with gravity, and it like severely fucked with gravity in like some not chill ways.
Yeah, and so some people, like Patema, essentially became these people who are now falling to the sky, and like the other people just happen to be immune, and the people who fall into the sky live underground to keep themselves safe, obviously. Okay, so then what happens? Okay, so they bring the ship down. People, like these hamster people, like the students that are like just living their lives monotonously, see this, and they obviously all break away and like want to see the ship. And then all the bad guys show up again, and just a bunch of it's a big clusterfuck essentially. Yeah. And then they end up in the underground world, and they're all fighting. And then here comes the twist. Here comes the real twist.
What's the twist?
The twist is
because I thought we just had that.
No, here's another twist.
Oh, okay.
Here's a real twist. The real twist is they fall again, right? And now they're on the ground of the upside down or whatever.
Yeah, and which is the ceiling.
Yeah,
of the upside down.
Yes.
Yeah,
and it gets broken, and then they fall into that, and then we discover that really what it is Patema isn't inverted. She's right side up, and the people who were like the fucking right side up people are actually inverted. So this world is like this fake world that was built, like the sky is fake, everything inside it's fake. And I think they said something about like the people, like the fucking, I don't know if he was the chief says like, yeah, well, we found out that actually like the people who are the ancestors of the people who got inverted live underground, and the people who were the scientists feel bad, and so they kind of just stuck around to take care of them essentially. And
so that's why they have the like sky, the fake sky,
to help them.
Yeah, all the lights, all the stars and whatnot.
So like,
So
it makes sense for it to be like, so this must have happened a long time ago, where people have either forgotten or the history has been changed to like this is kind of how it is. Because obviously you can't make like a fake sky overnight and have nobody notice. Yeah. So it must have taken some sort of generations.
Right. But also somehow they forget that the actual surface of the world exists.
Yeah. People just don't go on it, I guess. Yeah. So Patema's super stoked because she's like now can run on the ground and like not fall into the sky. And this other kid is super excited too because he's like, now I can fly or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is him falling into the sky. And then we also get to see, this is one thing I actually really did like. Yeah. That they did. We see the sky and like there's like looks like Saturn, right? Like some sort of, it's something cool.
So we can believe that they might be on a moon of Saturn or something.
Or just not on Earth.
Yeah.
Like a different planet. And I'm like,
different
cool,
universe.
Awesome. Perfect. Because it makes me, because when I first I was like, wait, this happened all over the world? Is this in like what happened in the United States? Is this just Japan? Like, but if it's like, oh, cool, I'm led to believe that everything in the world got fucked, and then these small group of people survived, and they were able to do all this. I'm okay with that because it's not Earth, like if that's the case. And and that's how the fucking movie ends. Apparently, there's just like there's no real like resolution, but like we're all gonna team up and make everything fine. It's just like, oh, cool. What you thought is real is now not real. And what you for everybody essentially.
And then a song boots up, and it's like the upside down and the right side up. They're not what you think they are. Look at the sky; it's actually the ground. And you're like, what the fuck is this stupid song?
The song starts singing, just like starts playing through the fucking movie poorly. Like, it's badly written. It's in English, right? It's like
it might just be the subtitles that are so fucky. I don't know, so but like, it was just I was not vibing.
There was, there's things like we said that we just didn't fuck with for this movie that I felt like were kind of like lazy, essentially lazy storytelling, lazy character development, and just the animation was kind of ugly. Like really weird edits too. Like
there was so at the very beginning of the movie, it was like, we are a very serious movie. We're super serious. Look at all this serious shit. Some music starts playing when she gets back home, and it's like a little bit more lighthearted, and her friends are just like, hey, you shouldn't be out there in that fucking danger zone. Don't fucking talk to Kenny Loggins. And then, the music's not too crazy. It's just like, so it's a little bit more lighthearted. Things are chill. And then stuff is still pretty serious, and it's serious the whole time that she's like staring at the idiot boy who's just a fucking moron. And then when they're back at that little shed that she is taken to, and she's like trying to shout stuff at him, it's playing some music, and it's like, oh man, he's just going off, and things are going to be okay, and whatever. And it's playing music, and she's like, hey, don't forget about this thing.
And like the audio
music just cuts.
Like a hard cut.
And she's like, yeah, just don't forget about it.
He goes,
and
okay.
He starts walking again. The music starts playing. She's like, wait, I'll say this thing.
I also need some food. I'm hungry. Yeah. I'm like, okay.
It just felt like really out of place, which is totally like a fine bit, totally good bit. It did not fit in this movie. I just felt like there were so many things that just didn't quite do the right thing.
My least favorite edit was like a weird choice. So she's laying in her bed, and she's like the age she is right now, right?
I thought that this was a cool thing that was not done as well as it could have been.
They should have just done it the other way around. Essentially, like she's fucking an adult, or more or less a teenager, right? And then they just kind of cuts to her being a child. And I was like, that's weird. You should have done her laying on her side and being like a teenager, then turning, and then have that cut and her being a child or whatever. It just wasn't done right. They also do these things where like the camera will move really slow or whatever, and like kind of like first person like jittery thing,
Right. Yeah.
A couple times that felt really weird. I don't know why they did it. It was to add some sort of effect. I don't know what effect they were trying to like achieve, like what emotion they were trying to get out of me. It just made me feel kind of nauseous. Like, what the fuck you doing?
I give the movie a 4.5 out of 10.
Oh, okay. Oh, out of 10. Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, just make sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because really cool concepts, really cool backgrounds, weak pretty much everything else. The music's fine. It was fine.
The one thing that I said that would have really redeemed all of this could have been like a really good, like a good TV show. Like if this was a good show, there's plenty of points where it could have like cut for an episode and been like, cool, this is a great way to end this episode. And then we start back up next week. And it could have been a little more silly, you know, they had
a lot that they could have done.
And I think it would have played a lot better, but they decided to make it a movie and it just all didn't really fit all that well together. And again, the animation just not that pretty.
No.
Yeah, so I don't know. I still like A Girl Who Leapt Through Time though.
Definitely like A Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Watch The Girl Who Leapt Through Time.
No, don't watch this.
Mamoru Hosoda, he's fucking great. Just check out all of his shit instead. Patema Inverted, cool idea, not cool execution.
For sure.
Next episode, we're going to talk about how much fun Kingdom Hearts is.
We're going to talk about anything besides Kingdom Hearts. No Kingdom Hearts from now on.
Definitely talking about Kingdom Hearts. The best anime 2019. Kingdom Hearts 3.
There's a Kingdom Hearts fucking band. We're not doing it anymore. We're not allowed to. Yeah, that's the show. Next week we're actually talking about, I'm not too sure. We'll figure it out.
Maybe Makia, maybe whatever.
Okay, so yeah, that's it, right? You good?
Yep, that's it.
I want to say something real quick.
I would love you to say something.
Shout out to my boy Lester Kyle. That's me.
Lester Kyle, you have been upgraded to Other Kyle. Again.
Shout out to Other Kyle because shout out to his mom actually, because she is having her gallbladder removed.
Yeah.
And she's going to be out of commission for a couple weeks. And so she hit up her son. It's like, hey,
bro.
She's like, hey, dog, what up, bro? And she's like,
give me that good.
Give me some animes. And then Kyle's like, hey, got some animes. So I made I went through my list. It's like, dude, give her all of these. These are all shows that I really like, that are solid. She might not like all of them, but these are worth checking out. And so she said thanks for giving her the recommendation, and hopefully the surgery goes great and her recovery's fine and she has a good time watching animes. That's super dope. Imagine getting your gallbladder removed and you get to watch anime for 2 weeks.
That's pretty dope.
It's pretty dope.
Pretty dope.
So anyway, shout outs to Kyle's mom.
Shout outs to Kyle's mom.
Okay, cool. That's the show. If you like our logo, hit up Erin from TrophyTops.com. She's an amazing artist and really helpful to work with. If you like our theme song, check out Town Nasser. He's okay, and we like him too. He's on SoundCloud. He's on YouTube. Trip, where can we find us?
You can find us on Facebook. Look up the Instant Ramen Podcast. If you want to do the same thing on Instagram, just look up the Instant Ramen Podcast. You could tweet at us at Instant Ramen Pod.
Podcast Silent Fit.
And you could send us an email, instagrampodcast@gmail.com. Tell us what you thought about Patema Inverted. Was it the girl who leapt through time, or do you prefer the girl who leapt through time to Patema Inverted, which is not the girl who leapt through time?
Yeah, and should fucking also let us know if Prime should stop saying bullshit like, "Hey, you like the girl who leapt through time? You'll probably like this movie."
I mean,
do better job, Prime. Do better job.
To be fair, they were like, "Hey, man, this is coming out soon," and I was like, "Oh, I will pre-order The Promised Neverland Book 8. Thank you."
Okay, cool. So, well, that's the show. This is bye from Juan.
See you around from Chris.
Hey, Trip, don't forget.
Kingdom Hearts is the best game ever.
Hey, Trip, don't forget.
Just add Kingdom Hearts.
Hey, Trip, don't forget.
I don't know.
Hey, Trip, don't forget.
See ya.
Just fucking say, hey, Trip, don't forget.
Just add hot water.
Thank you.